welcome to today's Sunday Insight. Alright, now, yes, I do look like a lobster. Okay, because I got sunburnt. I forgot to put on sunscreen during today's event, and it's Vartavar today, which is an Armenian old tradition where they used to throw water at each other, and it was a pagan tradition of renewal, which the church took back and made, and so that they can have more converters, they made ties with it, which is actually the one thing that the Jehovah's Witnesses really did not want to do. So the Jehovah's Witnesses, by the way, FYI, really made holidays that were completely separate from old pagan holidays. With that being said, this is an Armenian pagan holiday that the church took and transformed to fit the Christian mentality. Now, the situation that I experienced today was because I was able to extract myself from how people were acting, because it was a water fight. But basically it has nothing to do with if they have a grudge against you or not. It's just you're there. It's easy, because I did the exact same thing. You sometimes look for easy targets, sometimes you'll go for the harder one, and it's normal. So what the situation is how could we best emotionally regulate ourselves to be able to exist in society? Ultimately, the question that I wrote down is, how can we best emotionally regulate ourselves to serve and thrive in society? So, if that is the question we are asking ourselves, I first and foremost think that is a very creative, a very victor mentality to have, and a victor mentality from which to look at a situation from, if that phrasing makes any sense. And now I just want to know what scripture card is going to help us best in that situation. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my too many cards for my viewers, please come forward and share what scripture card will best assist us when dealing with how to emotionally regulate ourselves in regard to coexisting in society. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good. And we got Romans book 1 verse 8. Okay, and this card says, "First, I thank my God through Jesus Christ for all of you, because your faith is being reported all over the world." Romans book 1 verse 8. "First, I thank my God through Jesus Christ for all of you, because your faith is being reported all over the world." I am not aware of this scripture. Confirmation of it being important, I first thank God through Jesus Christ for all of you, because your faith is being reported all over the world. The faith of Christians is being reported all over the world. Wow. Confirmation yawn. I feel like, because I've seen this happen once, that in church, the pastor was talking of this lady who initially was Muslim but decided to convert. Now, I don't know if from what I understood, okay, her husband and her daughters did not convert, but they accepted her being converted, her converting to Christianity, and even if the rest of her family was not. So this is just keep your faith, because the message is going to travel far and wide that someone that is not or was not born Christian has converted to Christianity. Now, this is very specific, but this could be applied to pretty much anything. Whatever you're doing that you have not done before is what this is referring to. What I think is mostly important is not that people convert to Christianity. What I'm trying to say, okay, is that the most important thing, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, but is being able to coexist in harmony with every facet of this reality that we are currently experiencing, right? And being able to get out of it unscathed. Now, the thing is that when you live in a society, and a multicultural society no less, it is extremely, extremely difficult to do that, because everyone has a different way of thinking, everyone has a different way of experiencing things, and so on and so forth. So the important thing is to know that is to become your own rock. Okay? And the reason why it is extremely difficult is because every single person is living their own experience, and not only living their own experience, but also reacting in their way, which shows their maturity level. And the best way to interact or to react or whatever, okay, is to live and let live. Be and let be. It's their reality, they're choosing, so you have to separate yourself by people who are not on the same vibrational wavelength as you, and be able to accept and live with people from different stratospheres or different levels of consciousness, if you will. Right, just like you are fine, you like pets. Now pets are a different consciousness, right? They don't worry about taxes, they don't worry about homework, they don't worry about all those things. We worry about taxes, homework, and all those things. So it's just knowing where their headspace is at and accepting them as they are. I mean, you are not unhappy with your dog because your dog cannot do taxes. First and foremost, dogs don't do taxes. And you shouldn't force your dog to do taxes because that is not in their nature. So now, if someone says something is in their nature, even if it might be something that they were forced to do and had the habit of doing, or if it's something that they actually appreciate, you have no say in the matter. It's something that they thought of or that they are experiencing at the moment and that they think is important for them at the moment, and so you should let them experience that then. So basically, it's not forcing people to do what you will. It's allowing people to experience what they're experiencing and to come back to you if they want to. If they really want to, they'd come back. Right? And so, in regards to your faith is being reported all over the world. So your faith probably does miracles, creates miracles, and that is what's shocking people. And so it takes time for people to adjust and to come about and to reassess and want to continue the interaction with you. Now, even if, okay, you clearly can see that there's like a disparity between what they are saying and what they are actually thinking, you should be okay with what they are saying for now, because it's in any change, okay? In any change, there are 4 levels. There's the unconscious incompetence, conscious competence, right? Unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and unconscious competence. All right, all these 4 levels. And so if you're interacting with someone who clearly does not know that they want to continue interacting with you, it is going to take some time for them to do the necessary stuff. And at the beginning, it will sound like they are lying to themselves because they clearly don't want to spend time with you, but they see that they have to, and so they're making an effort to fool you into thinking that they want to interact with you and whatnot. And at that point, if you are someone like me and you clearly know that they are making an effort, but it's going to take some time for them to, I don't need to interact. Frankly, I can just wait, and when I have the people around me that I actually like to interact with, I will interact with them more. But I won't force myself to interact with people I don't want to interact with. But that's just me. Maybe I need to tweak that a little bit to kind of meet them halfway, because anything in society is a negotiation, right? And because of the fact that it is a negotiation between 2 parties, it is of utmost importance that at least you know that what are you willing to work with and what are you willing to not work with and accept, so that when things happen, you know what you'll cut out in a heartbeat, right? So what I want you to think about at this moment is what is your limits of working with people? What are your important elements that if you cannot find them in an interaction, you will definitely jump the ship like later, as soon as yesterday? Ponder that.